Hey guys, I'm Shaft of the Penny Casting Crew. Welcome to Base Wars Qualifier number 7. This is our finals. This is going to be a best of 3. My lovely co-caster for this evening is Carson Tyrannus Wood. And our streamer observer for the evening is Scott Drew Universe Cassiopo. And our players for this evening, beginning on Daedalus Point, on our default map in the bottom right hand corner, representing the blue Brotos, it's Chaos Latin Gamers. Don't panic! And here on the top left hand side of that very same map, in the red Zergy McFerguson trunks, representing that very same team, Chaos Latin Gamers, it's Jim! Alrighty, so Carson, what are your thoughts on this? It's another Zerg vs. Protoss. We've seen Jim loves his Hydra Ling, but Don't Panic's his teammate. He's got to know what's coming.
Yeah, definitely. What's really interesting to me right now is, again, another ZVP on this map is not opening with aggressive speed. He's actually going for a hatch first this time. And, he's actually, Don't Panic's actually doing his old Gateway Forge build where he's going to be cannon rushing this hatch first out of JimRising.
Yeah, we saw that in the game earlier, and it actually ended up very, very badly for Sheep because Sheep mismicroed those drones. Do you think Jim's going to have a better answer?
Well, he's already starting off well by pulling a good amount of drones, and we'll just have to see how he deals with this because he definitely can hold it off with this amount of drones, but it'll take some pretty decent micro.
He does go ahead and get us around there, cancels the cannon, very nice there. 2 more cannons in production, as well as another pylon. So no matter what, Jim is actually going to be reduced on that surface area quite a bit. Does he cancel at this stage?
Jim, he should if he knows he cannot get these cannons to cancel. He's actually doing a really, really good job right now. I think that cancel is actually premature, but maybe he knows that Don't Panic will just not let up with this, and he doesn't want to risk it. So,
well, there were 4 cannons in production.
Yeah, that's true.
There were many cannons as he had drones there.
Oh, but he's actually going for the proxy hatch in his base. He's probably the best. Stop trading. The best response to this, I believe, is proxy roach build, which could end up happening with that proxy hatch that's gone unscouted.
Yeah, he's actually just now moving on to the gas, and there's the Roach Warren as well. You called it, man. You called it. And that hatchery going to be finishing up. Is he going to add a queen into the mix?
He probably will, just to get some creep spread in there. The hatchery is scouted, but it may actually be too late if he can get roaches out, because the hatchery is almost done. It will finish with a good amount of health, and he will be able to get roaches out. Oh, what? He cancels it? That's really surprising to me. I don't agree with him canceling it there. Okay, I really don't agree with that, but it looks like he's just gonna settle for taking the natural.
Okay, hey, at least this way he can get the creep spread.
Yeah, that's true.
The Zealot still isn't gonna, like, it's gonna have a 2/3 of his HP by the time it finishes if he doesn't add like another Zealot or something attacking. So at least, you know, even if it dies right as soon as it finishes, he's not worried about the unit production as much as he is the creep spread, which the creep spread is going to delay the expansion. So he was trying the attack didn't work, now he's just doing the delay.
Yeah, he is in sort of a sketchy position right now because
it's good cancel.
Yeah, I think Sheep was actually in a better position than him at this point because his third was his natural, which was at his third, was already done at this point, and he actually doesn't have. He's just started, so we'll have to see how well he can, or how long he can deny this natural for.
And no cancel.
Yeah, that really hurts also with his lack of economy.
Okay, so Jim having a little bit of a tough time with Don't Panic's build as well. Now let's talk about the perks of Don't Panic's build. He is doing the build with the gateway before the forge. That allows him to get a quicker cyber core up and to get his technology out faster, but still allows him to do a nicely timed cannon rush. Do you think this is a better build than Forge First?
They both have their advantages and disadvantages. I personally think it's better on this map than Forge First because of how hard it is to secure a natural. With the Forge First, your only advantage is that you get your natural up quicker, while with this advantage, you can tech way quicker. And teching way quicker is actually a pretty big advantage in that, right? Because a lot of times the Zerg just won't be able to deal with the attack or the tech with how much damage they've taken.
All right, well, we do have speedlings rushing into the natural here, and they are getting us good surround here on the sentries. The sentries force-fielding themselves away. That does provide a relative amount of safety. Ling's going to be forced to kite backwards, and no sentries lost there. JimRising losing a couple of Lings there, but he's got to make little pokes like this to get back into this game.
Yeah, he was able to cancel that natural, kill a couple pylons. I do think he overextended a bit, but it was definitely worth it there. That, like you said, those are the exact kind of things he needs to get back in the game.
Still no third base out of Jim yet. Still, oh, there it is now. And he's getting the lair, so I'm expecting the Hydras shortly. He's getting the Evolution Chamber. Do you think Hydras are still what he's going to go for? Ooh.
Yeah, I do believe so. It's looking a lot like his build against the last Protoss he played. I can't remember his name at this moment, but
yeah,
I think it was
flooding he's flooding these Lings in pretty well too, but the Nexus was able to be protected. Jim's still losing a lot of the Lings, but he is making Don't Panic stay on that back foot. Even if he's not gaining like a resource advantage with these attacks, he's gaining a huge psychological one.
Yeah, that's true. Like you said, Don't Panic's natural is not even up, and he's got his natural up, and he's about to, I think he's getting ready to clean up his cannon, actually. He doesn't have enough forces now because of those zealots, but he should be getting ready to take his natural.
So, Jim is still backed into a corner here. He is a little bit ahead on economics now, but his economy has been subpar most of this game. Is it on him to make pressure happen, or can he go more into that Zerg posture of all-out defense?
I think right now his best bet is to play defensive because Don't Panic's tech is so late. He's just getting the robo down now, and he's with the tech this late. He's got to do some sort of gateway aggression if he to make up for it. So with no roaches or with no roaches because it was in the chat, but with these roaches and speedlings, he should be able to hold off any pressure.
With non-roaches, he is defending this cannon rush.
Exactly. These aren't roaches. These are they're entirely different.
Yes.
No correlation whatsoever.
They're rabid hydralisks.
Exactly.
They're like baby hydras. They hatch out of a cocoon. Hydralisks are butterflies, didn't you know? All right. Well, Don't Panic having a good time, enjoying that time warp. The Zealot getting picked off here, but he's really careful not to engage on creep, and we've got a counterattack here in the main of Don't Panic, and this is going to cost him a lot of these probes. 5 probes were killed off, and he's going into the main now. He does scout the robo, so he is completely aware of that, and the Zealot's trying to squeeze in here, but there's a nice wall off at the ramp, and Ling's just constantly moving around. He's got to be careful not to engage these Zealots too often. And he really wants to do the damage to the probe line, using his speed to his best advantage.
Yeah, and the nice thing about those, about that counterattack is that it bought him time to get another 10 roaches out, which will help immensely in this attack. Although he may think there's a Colossus there, or he may know it's hallucinated. Either way, this is not a very big gateway force that's actually real here. The only bad part is the force fields.
Yeah, and swarm hosts are coming out into the field now, so this is something we've not really seen Jim do except one game. One Zerg vs Protoss out of all the ones we've seen has he actually gone swarm hosts. And that was also a situation where he was on even bases, had lost some economic potential, and the swarm hosts were able to get him back into the game. Do you think he can make it happen here?
Yeah, I feel like he's in a pretty good position to make it happen, considering there's no Robo Bay down whatsoever. So Colossus are very, very far off, and the only disadvantage I'd say he has is that because this third is so late, he doesn't have the economy to keep making the roaches and stacking the roaches for harassment. He needs these swarm hosts out to handle this immortal push right now.
All right. Well, we've actually got some Hallucinated Phoenix. He has been really clutch at using Hallucinated Phoenix all throughout this tournament to scout what his opponent is doing, and that is playing a huge role here. But he's got a nice Roach Hug here on this couple of Stalkers. He's forcing Don't Panic to bring his army back home. This Roach counterattack, very powerful, and even if Jim not able to, get into that natural and do some damage, he has a repositioned Don't Panic's army, and it's not costing him all too much. Roaches are more expensive supply-wise than they are anything else, and the Overlords haven't died yet.
Yeah, he's just buying so much time right now, and like, this is at least like a minute and a half to get even more Swarm Hosts out. There's 2 in the production tab, and there's already 5 out. With 7 Swarm Hosts, you can easily hold off an Immortal Sentry push.
Yeah, is this a push or is this almost all in?
It's both.
Yeah.
it is all in. There are 7 gateways, and it's just an Immortal all in. But with 7 Swarm Hosts, it's free units and no splash damage.
Well, here we go. The Warp Prism is in position. Everything is moving on to the creep. The Protoss stuff coming on. 5 Stalkers being warped in. Swarm Hosts moving the Locusts out. The Stalkers taking a lot of damage. Swarm Hosts have got to be careful to kite. Drop Burrow. Drop your Locusts and move. He's got to be careful. He does not have much stack defense here to defend this. Warp Prism moving, or actually not moving in with the rest of the engagement. That is a little bit of a mistake. It could be picked off. That is not much better than Proxy Pilot at this point, but he's moving in here to the 3rd base of JimRising. That is at the natural, and in fact, his 3rd base will be picked off. Locust popping out of here as well, and he's going to be moving up here into the main. It's really hard for Jim to get these Locusts into position, especially moving up into this ramp. Don't Panic actually going to be able to take out most of JimRising's tech structures. That Infestation Pit falling before the Locust upgrade can complete. Will +2 finish? Can +2 finish? This is so clutch. Oh my god, +2 is not going to finish. This is it. JimRising losing this game. God, is it?
This must be so frustrating for him. He had a good comp to take out this push. He did a really nice counterattack, and he just lost because he wasn't in good position with his Swarm Host, and he allowed Don't Panic to just walk up right into his main. And Don't Panic's not even trapped right now. He can just recall after taking out 2 of Jim's bases and all of his tech.
Yeah. Now the layer is being reproduced at what was the 2nd base of JimRising. It's so confusing when you have situations with cannon rushes. But the Swarm Hosts are going to get some free shots here on the sentries. Will the sentries fall? These force fields are actually very clutch in dealing with the Locust, and we've got a Robo Bay on the way as well. Can JimRising tech and get back in, or tech switch and get back into this game, or has Don't Panic put a nail in his coffin?
It's looking like as these Swarm Hosts fall one by one that this game is over. He's only got 3 Swarm Hosts left. There's still the Observer alive, and a little bit of friendly banter there as GG's out.
Well, Jim's absolutely right, though. That was not his standard Zerg versus Protoss. That Swarm Hosts just are not his thing. Like, he can use them, but he makes magic happen with Hydralisks.
Yeah,
He gets +2 range on Hydralisk. There's like written into the BattleNet coding, it's like detect player name. If player name equals JimRising, range equals +2.
Yeah, he's from what he showcased to us today, he's definitely is able to work magic with Hydralisk. So we'll see if he does that in the upcoming games.
Yeah, so talk to me a little bit about the Hydra Link style he does. Why does he skip roaches? How does that benefit him? And is it a bigger risk?
There's definitely some risk involved, but when you have good enough scouting, you can notice that your opponent's not doing any sort of push that roaches will be beneficial to you for. So you can just skip them altogether and go straight to Hydralisks, and that allows you not only to get the Hydralisk out quicker, but it also allows you to get that more of them out. So it's really good.
Well, guys, I do want to thank all of you for tuning in. This is the Base Wars Qualifier number 7. I'm Shaft of the Planning Casting Crew. My co-caster, this amazing guy over here, is Tyrannus. And don't forget our silent partner, Drew the Universe. If you like this, please, give us some feedback in the chat. We are paying attention. If you have any questions, comments, please let this be an interactive experience. We'd love to hear your comments, and check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/misusedshaft. You can check out Drew Universe's organization. They're an amazing team called Pandora's Mighty Soldiers at pmsclan.com. And we'll be moving into game number 2 here in just a moment, guys. We are having an awesome time casting this for you. I want to hear a little bit more about your thoughts. We are going into Frost Ladder Edition. Does this map affect this game any? I'll be right back. I'm grabbing a soda, but feel free to talk to the audience.
Okay, this map is once again, like we said before, JimRising does not typically use swarm hosts, which is actually a really good thing on this map, considering that just by its sheer size, you need excellent creep spread to make swarm hosts work on this map whatsoever. And JimRising is likes to play a very mobile style with Hydralisks, and Hydra timings are really good on this map because of the different entrances into the third base. So what I'm looking to see from Jim during this time is to do some sort of Hydraling push first of all, but also tech more into a Roach Hydra Corruptor or Roach Hydra Viper style, because I have not personally seen him use Mutalisks whatsoever, so we'll have to see. Coming from DontPanic, on the other hand, the Cannon Rush will be a lot more all-in and risky on this map, so I would not expect to see it again, especially after doing it just last game. So he may play a little bit more standard as well, just playing his normal reactive style.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I'm actually so excited. Like, there's so much potential on this map. Do they spawn cross spawns? Do they spawn vertical spawns, horizontal spawns? Like, there's just so much variability here. It's all going to come down to the positioning. Oh.
Yeah. The cool thing about horizontal spawns on this map for ZBP is that it makes swarm hosts a little bit more viable, but it also encourages aggressive swarm host play, because it's so easy to sit there and siege a base with like five swarm hosts and use burrow roaches, like sort of what Hyun likes to do. If you've ever seen his stream or seen him play in a tournament, he enjoys styles like that. And
how
knowing
about how about that Hyun Trilisk?
Yes, Trilisk. Yeah, that was pretty insane.
For anyone who doesn't know what we're referring to, there was actually an Ultralisk with like 20 queens behind it that killed an entire Protoss army in a big tournament recently. But hold that thought, map introductions.